It's the worst feeling in the world. You make a mistake in front of a group, and before your brain can even process it, your face betrays you. It gets hot, it turns red, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Here's the strange part. No other animal on Earth does this. Charles Darwin called blushing the most peculiar and most human of all expressions. Not because it's rare, humans blush constantly in every culture on Earth. It's peculiar because it's both universal among humans and completely exclusive to our species. Dogs don't blush. Chimpanzees don't blush. Nothing else in the animal kingdom does what your face does when you feel embarrassed. So why would evolution build something you can't control, can't fake, and can't stop once it starts? When you feel embarrassment or shame, your sympathetic nervous system activates and signals blood vessels in your face to dilate. Blood rushes in, and critically, this process is completely automatic. You have almost no conscious control over it. That's actually the key to the whole mystery. In evolutionary biology, a signal is only trustworthy if it can't be faked. You can force a smile. You can say sorry without meaning it, but you cannot make yourself blush on command. Psychologists confirm it's nearly impossible to consciously trigger or stop a blush once it starts, which makes blushing what evolutionary biologists call a costly, honest signal. It exposes you at the exact moment you least want to look vulnerable, and that's precisely why it works. Just like a peacock's tail signals health because it's expensive to grow, blushing signals sincerity because it's expensive to display. Here's where it gets interesting. Researchers have found that when people blush after making a mistake, onlookers judge their embarrassment as more genuine and trust them more, not less. In one study, people who cheated in a financial game but then blushed were trusted again by other players almost immediately. The blush wasn't punishment, it was repair. It told the group, I know what I did and I feel it. This is called the reputation repair hypothesis. Research has shown that people who blush after a social mistake are judged as more sympathetic and more trustworthy than people who don't blush at all. One study even found people were willing to hand over significantly more money to partners who blushed after a slip-up. Now imagine what this meant thousands of years ago. In small interdependent ancestral groups, reputation wasn't just social currency, it was survival. If the group stopped trusting you, you lost access to food sharing, protection, alliances, everything that kept early humans alive. A reliable, unfakeable signal that said, I recognize I broke a rule, and I care about fixing it, wasn't embarrassing. It was potentially life-saving, so why don't other animals do this? Two reasons. First, humans lost most of our facial fur, making blood flow beneath our skin visible in a way it isn't in other primates. Second, and more interesting, blushing requires theory of mind. The ability to understand that others are watching and judging you. It requires you to mentally step outside yourself and see yourself the way someone else might. That's a distinctly human cognitive skill. Next time you blush, don't try to hide it. It's not a sign of weakness, it's your body's most honest way of telling the world that you're human. Have you ever had a moment where a blush actually saved a conversation, or did it just make the embarrassment worse? Tell me about your worst blush moment in the comments.